Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, please subscribe if you haven't yet already. It's a red button beneath me somewhere, and if you click on that, you'll be subscribed to my channel. There's also a white bell next to that, and if you click on that, you'll get an alert every time I upload new content. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That would make me very happy. Today's video is the 8th in a series where I am taking looks from the Rae Morris Masterclass book and making it my own, with my own skin tone and skin type and age and my own makeup collection. I'm not buying anything specifically to accomplish these looks. Today's look is Satin Tangerine, and one of the things that she says about this is a classic glamorous look that everyone should try at least once in their life. It's the quote, everything of looks. Has glamour, contouring, highlighting, and smoky eyes all in one. This is the look for women who want the lot. So, if you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. All right, so step one begins with prep the skin. Then, because we're going to do a strong smoky eye, we're going to do the eyes first. Prep your eyes well, which I've prepped my skin and my eyes. Okay, then we are contouring. This is the first look that I've done out of this book that actually has eye contour. And when I looked deeper into the book about eye contour, it's in the contouring section, not in the eyeshadow section, which is interesting. I'm going to use Colourpop Conundrum, and I'm going to use this small Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. Contour the eyes first using a matte shade because we're doing a bronze eye. I'm using a matte brown. We want to get the shape before we apply the eyeshadow. And I'm going to put this on the screen because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this. Start under the eye and pull the eye out on the angle that you want first, then join the top socket to the bottom line. This gives you a guide to work on and must be perfectly blended before you start the next step. So I think she means that we're contouring up here and then under the eye and pull out the angle that you want first. So I guess I'm just putting some under here. Very confused. So we're just gonna see how that goes. I'm taking some shadow here and tapping it off. Oh, and I also haven't put on any eye primer because none of her steps specifically say to use eye primer. Most of her looks pretty specifically say, you know, makeup is ephemeral and you'll have to be doing touch-ups like throughout the evening or day, or usually evening. Most of her looks, I think she's specifically saying you'll have to do touch-ups during the evening. So, speed you through this. I'm gonna just add a little bit more and kind of blend it. Okay, and now I'm going to try to do the second thing, this start under the eye and pull the eye out on the angle that you want first, and then join to the top socket to the bottom line. So I think that what I'm doing, I'm putting more, and she's not saying to use a different brush, which is really unusual because I found for a lot of the looks in this book, even if I'm using the same color, I'm often supposed to be using a new clean brush because for blending purposes. So I'm surprised that there's no instruction to use a different brush, which suggests to me that I must be using the same brush. So I'm just gonna put some brown under my eye and kind of bring it up here. So I think that's what's happening, but I'm not certain. But again, one of my big makeup tips is aim for symmetry. Even if the thing that you are doing on your eyes is not what you intended to do, if they're symmetrical, no one's going to be the wiser. All right, then step 2, take a mahogany bronze eyeshadow, and I'm going to use Colourpop High Strung. Mahogany bronze eyeshadow using a tapered oval shadow brush. Follow your guide. So the guide that I made, I guess, with that brown shadow, and wash the whole eyelid with the bronze up to the contour shadow. So again, I'm really confused about what I was doing with applying it under the eye because I'm not putting any of this bronze under my eye, I don't think, but certainly for that brown, it says start under the eye and pull the eye out on the angle that you want first, and then join the top socket to the bottom line. So I'm gonna do the best that I can, and I'm assuming, oh, and I'm using a Morphe M124. I'm assuming I'm just applying a wash of this color on my lid up to the color that I'm seeing, the color that I did on the brow bone. I have no idea what's happening on the bottom. And I'm doing a wash. I would like this to be a lot more metallic than it is, but this look is a lot more subdued than, I mean, it's not subdued, it's a full, like smoky, glamorous. In fact, her whole thing about it is that it's kind of, it's everything. It's all the tricks in the bag. So it's not subtle, but still. All right, and then also step 2, with the same color using a lash line smudger, do a smudge right up close to the lash line, especially the inner corner of the eye. Make this the most intense part. And she's not saying top or bottom, so I'm gonna use top and bottom. This is a Morphe M443. It's a pointed brush, but it's not a brush that I would use for eyeliner because it's way too thick. But this might work for this. So I'm gonna pick up some color and tap it off, which I don't really need to because the whole point of doing the eyes first is that you can, anything that you get on your face, you can brush off. I'm gonna go in with some MAC Fix Plus. I was thinking about it. And again, I'm probably amping this up more than I should be because her face does look flawless and not too heavy, but I want more. And she is saying to make this the most intense part. So I guess everywhere else I'm not doing a wash. I'm doing a wash everywhere else, but here I'm making it more intense. That's more like it. And I think because I'm not getting specific instructions about whether or not I'm doing this in the top and the bottom, I'm gonna do it on the top and the bottom. Though I haven't yet applied concealer, so that might cover up what I'm doing, but still. All right, step 3, using a matte dark chocolate brown pencil, smudge it into the entire lash line. Slightly thicken the line as you move towards the outer eye corner. This will lift your eye. And I'm using the Estée Edit. It's a double-sided pencil that came out, and this is Bold Bordeaux. And not really a brown, kind of a brown, but also kind of a plum. That's okay. Actually, plums and bronzes are nice together. And this is supposed to not be waterproof because, and I'm not going all the way in, kind of letting that copper bronzy that I did in the inner corner speak for itself. And I am trying to make it a little bit thicker as I get to the edge of my lid. And because she's saying the entire lash line, I'm gonna do it on the bottom also because I also have a lash line on the bottom, right? And I think that if she only wanted me to do it on top, she would say top. So doing it on the bottom, and we're specifically not supposed to be using waterproof because we are gonna smudge this. All right, and then I'm blending using a lash line smudger. I'm using, this is a dual-sided Sephora brush, and this is the smudging side of it. So I'm just gonna smudge this a little bit. And again, did not use a waterproof pencil because I wanted to be able to smudge it. Not smudging it much though. Then using the same pencil, color in the waterline under the eye and smudge into the bottom lash line. So maybe I wasn't supposed to apply it before, but doesn't matter because I'm going to do it now. And I'm gonna sharpen my pencil. I don't like the idea of using a pencil on the outside of my eye and then on the inside of my eye. So I'm gonna sharpen this. All right, this is sharp, same pencil. And I'm gonna go on my waterline. She's thankfully not telling me to do it on the tight line. So I'm not great at that, but that's not good. I don't know if you saw that, there was a big chunk of liner that kind of came off on the tip, but it's gone, probably onto my carpet. Okay, then step 4, once blended perfectly, set using a matte eyeshadow of a similar shade because pencils have a tendency to run. This will intensify the pencil. You can also opt for a shimmery eyeshadow if you want more of a shine. I'd honestly use primer and setting spray, but okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go follow this up with Colourpop. This is a Supershock shadow and head rush, brown taupe, dark brown taupe, and I'm gonna use this Essence angled liner. I'll speed you through this. All right, step 5, clean out any fallout from the under the eye, apply foundation to the level of coverage that you require. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Skin in 1.0 because I don't require heavy foundation right now and I can see the model's freckles. So maybe we'll be able to see my freckles too. I am going to blend. She's not saying specifically how to blend, but if I know Rae Morris, I don't know Rae Morris, but I think I know Rae Morris's opinions about foundation application. She's a brush girl. So I'm going to, as opposed to being a sponge or finger girl, and I'll speed you through that. All right, that's lovely. Concealer doesn't come up until step 6. I'm just gonna wait and hang out with my lovely raccoon eyes. So, continuing on step 5, we're defining the eyebrows with a matching brow pencil, and we're using a brow brush to buff the pencil into the brows for a softer look. So I'm gonna use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown, and I'm gonna apply that, speed you through my brow application. All right, so the first step was to define the eyebrows with a matching brow pencil and use the brow brush to buff the pencil into the brows for a softer look. So I'm going to use kind of the end of this and just kind of buff it in, because part of it is buffing it in and then the next step is brushing. So I'm not sure about the buffing part of it and how that's any different from brushing, but it's in here as two separate steps. So I'm trying to hit it just with the kind of end tip of the brush to buff it in and make it look a little bit smoother. And then I'm going to use the same brow brush to comb the brows into place. And they already are in place. I guess maybe I'm supposed to be going every which way to get it into place and then comb my brows into place. I don't have a lot of brows, so there's not a lot of taming that I have to be doing or moving them around or anything like that. So I'm gonna let my brows kind of be right there. And this look, interestingly, does not have false eyelashes. So the end of step 5 is finish off by curling lashes and applying mascara to both top and bottom. So for lashes, I'm going to use this kind of sample size of Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, and I will curl and apply and zoom you through that. All right, mascara's done. Step 6, conceal where necessary. Okay, I'm gonna use my Glossier Stretch Concealer in Light 01 under my eyes. Not gonna do much, actually. It's another reason why it's good that I used a light coverage foundation, is things are showing through. I'm okay with a little bit of redness showing through. That's fine, but I would like to not have my dark circles be quite as prominent. All right, that's better. Then, continuing on step 6, if you happen to have oily skin, always use blotting papers before you powder. And I would say I have combination skin. I think it used to be oily, now it's combination. I'm gonna powder my T-zone with my Rimmel Stay Matte, and actually generally powder everywhere. And this is interesting. Also in step 6, I have never seen this before in any of the looks that I've done from her book. This is also a great time to moisturize your body. Doing it before you complete your makeup allows it to soak into your skin and it will be less likely to get onto your clothes. I generally put on moisturizer immediately after I get out of the shower on my body, but I think it's an interesting addition here. So I guess you could put on moisturizer on your body if you wanted to. Then step 7, highlight the center of the nose and the cheekbones. Because this is such a strong look with eyes and lips, I'm not applying blush. If you do feel that you need a hint of color, make the blush natural looking and opt for a soft apricot or rose. That's another reason why it's good that I used a light coverage foundation, because my natural blushed cheeks will show through. So I'm gonna use, this is a neat set. This is a Fenty, comes with one of the, like the small of the gloss and then the highlighter. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use my Wayne Goss fan brush and applying it on cheekbones, so right up there. That is fabulous. Oh, I can see it. I bet you can see it too. Okay, and then there, and then center of the nose. So same brush, and I'm bringing it down, and then I'm going a little bit more on the tip of my nose. And she's not telling me to do it, but I'm gonna put it on my Cupid's bow too, right there. All right, and finally, you can keep the lip nude as a day look if you like, but I'm going to use hot orange just because I couldn't help myself, and neither can I, because I like color. So this is one of the, and I'll put a link in the description box down below to the video that I did making a look just around this lipstick. This is one of the Sephora hashtag lip stories, and this is in First Class. I'll speed you through the application of this lipstick. And that is the finished look. I'm pretty happy with it. I definitely did a more smoky eye than I normally would do, and I like the way that it looks. And I like you guys. So thank you so much for watching. So much to do in the world and on YouTube, and it just means so much to me that you're here with me today. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.